Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam Bhaktavasam Smare Nityam Ayuhu Kamartha Siddhaye, says Narada Purana. The learned one who wishes for more life, wealth, and love should salute with his head to Lord Ganapati, who is the son of Mother Parvati. Namaskaram. Hello. I am Siddhiraj from the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Indian History project. This is my first video, and to begin with all the auspiciousness, we will see the culture of Ganesha worship, the culture of Ganapati Sampradaya across the world from the antiquity. See, from the Vedas, in the Aitreya Brahmana, Ganesha or Ganapati has been mentioned as Brihaspati or Brahmanaspati. So, there, he is known as the Lord of Ganas, and he is also known as the Adipati of the supreme knowledge, no, Brahmanaspati. And later in the Puranas, from Skanda Purana and Linga Purana, and in many other places, Ganesha has been extolled as both the giver of obstacles and also the remover of obstacles. So Vigna Harta, which is the remover of obstacles, and also Vigneshwara, who is the giver of obstacles. So from the Puranas, the story goes something like this: that the Asuras have been doing some meritorious act, probably some yajna, which were giving them, the competitive edge over the Devas in the Devasura Yuddha, in the battle between the Asuras and the Devas. So the Devas have been getting defeated continuously, and they pleaded to Shiva to help them to give some obstacles to the Asuras, right? Because they have been winning constantly. To give some obstacles to them so that they can win over the Asuras, because the Asuras have been doing yajnas to win over the Devas. So Shiva, from his Shakti, created this Vigneshwara, who is the giver of obstacles to the Asuras in their yajna. So in whatever the tapasya that they have been doing, the Ganesha's work has to give some obstacles so that it doesn't get fulfilled, so that no Deva, Brahma or Shiva can give them boon because the deed hasn't been completed. In that way, we get introduced to Ganesha and the Puranas after the Vedas, and then we all know what happened in Mahabharata. Ganesha broke his tusk, and then he wrote the Mahabharata dictated by Vyasa. So Ganesha is also identified with Buddhi, wisdom. So in one of the Ganesha Puranas, we see this one of the 21 names at the end, I think, somewhere. Buddhi Priya. It is in one way seen as the husband of Buddhi, but also the inner meaning is the Buddhi, the wisdom. One who loves the Buddhi or one who gives Buddhi or something like that. Ganesha is also identified with the Pranava, the Omkara, across the texts. And also the Devanagari and also the Tamil script of the Om letter is associated with the form of Ganesha. In iconography, we have been seeing Ganesha all, for the past 2000 years, from first century CE, from the time of Kushans in Mathura, we have been seeing the image of Ganesha. I think also in Chandraketu, a little bit before the Common Era, we have been seeing the image of Ganesha. So all the way from the 1,100 years before, and till this year's Ganesh Chaturthi, that the Marathi artists and the artists of Pune have been making amazing images of Ganesha. So this continuous living traditions, not only just in India, across the world. We have been, from archaeology, we get to know that Ganesha worship has been there from Afghanistan all the way up to Bali, Indonesia, Cambodia, China, Japan, and they are all still, it's a living tradition. People are still worshipping Ganesha, and Ganesha seems to be giving them boons, and yes. So from the iconography, if we could see in the in let's say the Mathura Ganesha from the Kushan period, we get to see this the two-armed Ganesha, holding a fruit, probably a matula. And later on during the Pallava period and a little bit later during the Chola period, we get to see the four-armed Ganeshas. And also those the Puranas, the Mutkala Purana speaks about the multi-armed, multi-faced Ganeshas. The specific murti, specific image of the Ganesha has been worshipped for specific reasons. Who would be giving a specific phala, fruit, for the worshipper, right? This one famous thing in the during the Pallava Chalukya war, one of the war generals of the Pallava king, I think it's Narasimhavarman one. Paranchodi, the war general, he went to Vadapi, which is the modern day Badami, North Karnataka, took the Murti of Ganesha from there. I read that it was installed on the walls of the Vadapi city. It's one of those front entrance images. He took that Murti as a war booty and then placed it in the Tamil temple. There are two opinions. One, the image is in Tiruvarur. The other is the image, the icon is in Tiruchengattam, which is the native town of the Pallava war general Paranjodi, who became the Sirathonda Nayanar later. So this people mistakenly claim that this is the first Ganapati Murti that has come to Tamil Nadu, which is not so. From Tamil Nadu, we have obtained the beautiful Murtis of Ganesha from 4th, 5th century onwards, or even before that, somewhere in South Andhra Pradesh. The Alagramam Ganesha, we have inscriptions of that. We have Pillarpatti Ganesha, we have inscriptions of that. Like this, then Pallava Ganesha, we know the Pallava rocket cave temples all the way up to the Vijayanagar and the Nayakar period. We are seeing the beautiful images of Ganesha. Then there is this Ganapatya Sampradaya, a separate tradition which has evolved around Ganesha, where Ganesha is the supreme reality or the Brahman. So, this Ganesh, at least from the evidence, we get to know that from the early medieval time onwards, the Sampradaya was quite common, and Ganesha has been identified with the Shiva's son and also Parvati's son. The story we all know, right? How Devi created from her own body and then sprinkled the waters of Ganga to get the Ganesha, to give life to Ganesha. And in Tamil, we have a beautiful tradition in the Tevaram, sung by the Nayanmars in the 6th, 7th century, where Ganesha is seen as the baby elephant born out of the mother. Shiva took the form of the male elephant, and the Devi Uma, Parvati, took the form of the female elephant. And we get to see the birth of the baby elephant, which is the Ganesha. So Ganesha has been the lord of the Ganas. The story we know from the Puranas, and who is the Buddhipriya, who is Vignaharta, Vigneshwara, and who also has two sons, namely Kshema and Labha. We till today during the housewarming ceremonies, we write the Shubha and Labha on the walls. And such has been the glorious traditions of Ganesha and then their devotees. The Maratha kings, they had their one of the prime devatas as Ganesha. Until now, we are worshipping him to give us knowledge, to remove the obstacles, to lead us towards the path of the ultimate liberation. So there is this rare coin of Ganesha, most probably from the Gupta era. Okay, so this coin, it has an image of Ganesha. We don't know exactly which period, but the text has been written in the Gupta Brahmi. It has written as Piteshwar, most probably some sort of a temple or an educational institution, because in the reverse we have the Nandi. image. Beneath that, we have the Piteshwar image. You can see the image of Ganesha.